All right, man, let's talk about the surprise of the week. The surprise of the week, in my opinion, was the Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills. What's the score? 9-6. Are you serious? The Buffalo Bills lost that football game, and the Buffalo Bills lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars for one reason. Are you ready? They lost for one reason. They refused to run the football. They refused to run the football. Josh Allen had 48 passing attempts. They had a combined total of 82 yards rushing. Here's the alarming trend and the alarming statistic. There were only 9 carries between the two starting running backs, Singletary and Moss. I do not care who you play. 90% of the time, where you only have 9 carries from your two workhorses in the backfield, I don't care who you play, 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose the football game. Okay? And they lost because they did not run the ball. And I can't even say they didn't run the ball effectively because they didn't run the ball. Joe Burrow, I believe, had more rushing yards and attempts than all of the other running backs. And this is why they lost. They refused. Not just wasn't ineffective, they refused to run the football. Okay? Whenever Josh Allen, as talented as he is, and I believe he does have a higher ceiling than most quarterbacks who came out of the same draft as he did, he's still a young quarterback. If you have a young quarterback throwing the ball 50 times, what do you think is going to happen? 2 interceptions and no touchdowns is going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? I think that was a bad game plan. And here's why it's a bad game plan. I'm not just running off at the mouth or being highly opinionated right now. It was a bad game plan because the Jaguars are the 4th best defense against the pass, against passing touchdowns. They're ranked 4th. Quarterbacks don't throw the ball effectively. Quarterbacks don't throw the ball so effective to where it's getting in the end zone against the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're 4th in the league. But guess what? They're one of the worst, 24th in the league, when it comes to rushing touchdowns. You can run the ball all day on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars are giving up 104 rushing yards per game. Okay? 104 rushing yards per game this season. That is an improvement from last season, where I believe they were giving up 125 rushing yards per football game. So the obvious weakness of this football team is their ability to stop the run. But the freaking Buffalo Bills come out and say, we're not going to run. We're going to throw the ball. And look what happened. This is my plea to the NFL, especially teams who have high-flying offenses. Can you please run the ball? I'm not telling you that you got to have your running back got to have 25, 30 carries. I'm not telling you to take us back to the football Stone Age, but my goodness, these football teams can avoid so many pitfalls and losses if they would just commit to the run game a little bit. Jacksonville gets up under. Jacksonville pulls off the upset. Buffalo gets upsetted by the Jacksonville Jaguars. I definitely didn't see that coming. Hats off to the Jags.